Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very important day. Coincidentally, I was going to do a video on my outstanding plus 10 merge projects. And we are going to do that video. But I had to share this with you first because ironically, last night on Reset, I went and just did my free poll on the Palakatria Bound Hero Battle banner. Didn't get red, so I said, well, I'll just pull blue. And I ended up getting a Brave Eliwood. And it was plus, that was enough to get me the plus 10. And I was just like, the sheer irony of the fact, we were going to do a video today on merge projects that I still haven't completed but want to complete at some point, and one of them was actually Brave Eliwood, and now he's not really on that list anymore. But I wanted to share this in case you guys are not on Twitter or didn't follow me on Twitter or didn't see it or whatever, because this was a big get. Like, the Brave Eliwood saga has finally come to an end, which is kind of wild. So with that, this is in fact the Brave Eliwood. He is now plus 10. We will do a build for him of some kind. I don't know what it's going to be, but probably something fun, maybe. Maybe he'll get flow refresh. I don't know. Anyway, this outstanding plus 10s. Everybody has merge projects, including myself. I have a lot of plus 10s. I have a fair amount. I've been playing since day 0. Okay. I summon on pretty much every banner for the most part that comes in for videos. Some I go harder, some I go lighter. You know, it could be anywhere from like 9 orbs to 1500. Normally we settle around 100, 200 roughly, somewhere there for the content, to get a video that's long enough to suit everyone's palate. But there are some that I'm like, we'll just build them up over time, right? But it's not really a big rush. We'll take our time, build them up, we'll get them to plus 10 eventually. Ira is definitely one of those. She is currently plus 9, and I had the opportunity to go for the plus 10, but I said no. She will eventually get a resplendent, and then that's just a free. And then why would I burn orbs? This was a common sense call. Ira's definitely getting a resplendent of some kind, and to burn a bunch of orbs on a unit that I would potentially get as a given at some point down the road, it made the most sense to wait. So Ira is currently plus 9. I'm hoping she hits plus 10 sometime next year, or maybe this year. Maybe Resplendent Ira is still this year at some point. Who knows? But there are those random 4-star specials that come in, like we did the one time. The incredible call that no one could make, I made. Thank you. Yes, please. Swordheart. This is one that is also plus 9, but I kind of just want to have it. I kind of just want to have him. Does that make sense? I kind of just want Swordheart for like funsies. You know what I mean? I've never intentionally pulled for him, by the way. I never went for him. I just managed to get a bunch of them over time. He's one of those. So he's at plus 9. I wouldn't mind if he eventually got to plus 10. Yoon is one that I pulled for a couple initial copies, but now that she's so close to plus 9, I kind of just want to go for the 10 at some point. But I don't think she's on a Mythic banner until like a far ways out yet. Or maybe it's sooner. Maybe it's sooner than I think. I don't know. I'll have to keep a mental note of like when she's coming back when I do the next tracker. But yeah, Yoon is plus 9. Again, one copy to pick up for a +10 eventually. Probably will happen if I ever pulled for green on mythics and legendaries, but she may also be up for remix sometime next year or like the year after, potentially. Mythic remix are coming at some point, I just don't know when. And I feel like Yoon was semi kind of early in that whole pool, maybe not. But either way, +10ing a Yoon would be kind of cool. Also, I didn't realize I put 2 dragon flowers on her for some reason. Okay. Alright then. Here's another one that's kind of like Sword Heart. Where... and yeah, she does have flowers because like I literally don't use armors. So like I give all of my flowers to basically Brave Hector, Nagi, and Spring Eden because I use her in like arena teams. There's someone else. I don't remember. Anyway, Fallen Tiki again is one of those that's just kind of shown up frequently. So she will get 2 +10 eventually, I'm sure. If she's ever on focus, I may just go for it. Full disclosure. She, I think, is also in the 4-star special pool, I think, already. So there's that, but not really a high priority. This is next summer. We will +10 Summer Lind next summer. This coming summer? Either. I think they're both right. Summer Lind is one that I wanted to +10 last year, but she's also on color share. And we went for Summer Gunthra, so I had to prioritize, I'll be honest. Like, I'm crazy, okay? I'll throw orbs for content over here, but there is a limit, okay? I do not make infinite monies over here. So I do have to limit myself, but Summer Lind is cool. I have a weird thing about just wanting to build daggers constantly, and then I hardly ever use them. So I'm sure she will probably be another one of those, but we love Lind here. We stand the Lind. Obero, Bride Obero, currently at +6. Love Bride Obero. This was like maybe one of the big surprise ones that I wasn't expecting last year in the Bride Baron. Like, we had Bride Micaiah too, which was dope. It gave me more reasons to pull for Obero. But again, Bride Micaiah is busted, okay? So this kind of just added to the prioritization conflict here. But Bride Obero is super cool. She is a sword. I have a lot of sword options already. Sword Emblem is not necessarily something you always want to try and run unless it is meme related or you're just very confident. Because you get blue walled very easily. And I didn't see the purpose behind trying to get an Obero super quickly, so I did manage to get 7 copies of her. I think one of them was on a free like special summon for like an anniversary 2 years ago, last year, something like that. So you know, that was kind of nice. She has a kind of build already, but it is, I'm assuming, very dated at this point. So we may have to rework that eventually, but Bride Obero was super cool. I was very excited to see her when that popped up. Altina! The OG Mythic Altina. I will +10 her eventually. Like Yoon, she's another one who I think is probably pretty close to being up on the block for a Mythic remix. Somewhere in the near-ish future. So, yeah, she's cool. But I mean, I have Winter Altina, who is just kind of like a better version of Mythic Altina. So, you know, maybe they're gonna remix Ashera's Chosen. That would be cool. That would be great. Would love that. Her kit in general, dice. But she is a flyer, which is not what, Winter Altina is. And so she has access to fun flyer skills, which might be neat. So, we got options here. We got options, but I'm not really super intent on plus 10ing her immediately because I know she's close to being like remixed within the next year or so. Therefore, not high priority, but still pretty close. Plus 7 is pretty high, or plus 5 rather. Speaking of plus 5, Spring Bella, the one that got away a couple times. The nice thing about this is we've been able to get a couple copies of her, I think, either through limited redemption for codes and things like that. So it's kind of nice that just kind of waiting on some of the older seasonals to get that option. So that's part of the reason why I'm not really super gung-ho about plus 10ing any like seasonals now, because there's a good chance that one of them may end up in an ephemera type pool situation that I might be able to use and leverage and not burn a bunch of orbs trying to get. And Pala was kind of one of those, so that was kind of nice. But she's currently plus 5. She's plus speed. I haven't really done much with her base kit. Kind of just waiting to see what happens there. But I'm a Pala fan. All right, I'm coming out as a Pala fan. I'm sorry to all you Katria and Est stans, but big sis, best sis, okay? I'm sorry that you have to find out this way. The day after Thanksgiving, I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm not saying you shouldn't like Katria or Est. That's fine. But Pala is my numero uno over here when it comes to White Wings. Ike. The other one that continuously got away. My shots at Ike have always been awful. And when I say always have been awful, I have been trying to pull Ike's relatively consistently since his debut. We are at plus 4. One of those pluses is, in fact, the free Ike that we got way back when for A Hero Rises. So my Ike pulling abilities have always been very lackluster when it comes to legendary Ike. I do have another. I ended up getting a Spark. I did Spark. I sparked for him on the remix banner. Way back when he was on one. And yeah, it was a thing. So he technically could be plus 5, but I haven't merged it because I always think in the back of my head like, oh, I'm gonna do some kind of like free to play guide and I'll need it. But I'm probably never gonna do that. Okay, I have no reason to do free to play guides. There are much better. Go sub to Phoenix Master. Okay, he will do them much better than I will, probably, for sure. So, it's not important. But I've done things for Ike. I've given him special spiral. We've done the refine. I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting. I go one spark at a time, dude. It's legitimately awful. Moonlit Witch, Mia, Halloween Mia, love Mia. Not really anything else to say about this. She's plus 4. I just really like the art for the most part. I think it's like the kind of like starry backdrop cape and the hat and stuff. I dig it. I'm here for it. So more Halloween Mia's the better. Again, would have gotten more copies this year, but Halloween Rhea turned out to be a thing. So again, priorities. Feels bad. Valentine's Ike, again. Same story. Literally same story. New Year's Gunthra. I think she's probably my next New Year candidate, alongside Plumeria. Spoilers, we'll get there. But New Year Gunthra, I think I wanna plus 10 all the Gunthra and do a Gunthra emblem. Eventually, I think we may have another Gunthra somewhere down the road. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm kind of just waiting to see what that happens. But again, she color shares, so that's a little bit iffy. It's not the greatest situation to be in, but she's another one I hope I get. Valentian Pala. God tier. She's actually like a stupid good unit. Like Lady Blade is actually ridiculous. And then just, you know, bumping up a kill for distant counter on her is amazing too. I didn't really do anything super hard. I just gave her hell, and then I learned just to counter and guard bearing, and then that is what I did for Pella. So probably something more involved in the future. She currently sits at +2, so we'll get there eventually, hopefully, probably. Plumeria. I would like to +10 Plumeria, and I know it's weird to +10 a dancer, and so that's why I intentionally have not made it a big priority. Someday the stars will align, right? And there will be something on red and something that Plumeria is paired up with, potentially this month, like Legendary Sigurd, where it's good to pull on red. And so that's kind of the situation I've been waiting for, where there's little to no downside of not getting a Plumeria, because winning 1 and 3s is really, really stupid, and they should allow sparking on Legendary and Mythic banners, because they already do it on remix banners, and the remix is intended to make the old Legendaries compatible and be comparable and competitive, all of the C words, with current Legendaries. And so if you're going to let us spark for better old Legendaries and not let us spark for same new Legendary, what is the point? I don't understand. Anyway, that's a rant that we're not getting into. But I want a +10 Plumeria, as well as New Year Plumeria. And I don't think I need to explain the story behind this, so I won't. But New Year Plumeria is basically my white whale of Fire Emblem heroes. It is the one unit that has basically beaten me to the point where I don't feel accomplished at all after I finally get a copy of them, and I really, really want them. That is New Year Plumeria. She is technically +0, but I have 2 other copies. I just have not merged yet. So she technically could be +2. Yeah, it's just so dumb. I am curious to see what they're gonna do with the New Year's Omega banner this year. Like, genuinely curious. And maybe that will help me. But hey, look, the odds. What are the odds? What are they? The odds. What actually are they? I don't even know. But anyway, that has been basically +10 projects that I have that I want to try and wrap up in the next year to 2 years to 3 years, depending on how many I have. And so hopefully we can spend some resources in the coming year trying to accomplish that. Let me know in the comments if you have any ongoing +10 projects that you're kind of looking to get at this year. One of mine already wrapped, which is great. We love that. We love a Thanksgiving miracle. Yay. But that's it right now. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe. There's still daily videos coming. There's still daily videos. Okay? Just do me a favor. Do me a solid. Subscribe. That's all I'm asking for. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Come back for more. Until then, I will catch you next time.